back in 2009, Newt Gingrich, he embraced part of Obama's failed stimulus plan. He said there's a couple points he agreed with as far as the electronic medical records, increased money for the Medicaid system. That being said, I mean, do you think his strategy is to beat Democrats simply to behave more like Democrats when he's embracing part of the stimulus package?
Well, here's the bigger problem that I have with Mitt Romney and Newt Gingrich. They both have been for individual mandates. That's the bigger issue. You know, picking and choosing something. I mean, there's probably something in the Obamacare that if I pulled it out and said, you know, this is okay. I mean, I could live with this. I'm sure there is, but overall, this is a horrible piece of legislation. It's going to run up the cost of health care, and it's also, at the end of the day, we'll have less health care because young men and women won't go into the field of medicine anymore because it's just overregulated. It's national, socialized health care. But individual mandates, I mean, Newt said that he was for individual mandates, and even admitted that they were unconstitutional, but he said, I will support them because it's better than Hillary care. Well, if it's unconstitutional, it's unconstitutional. And I mean, from my perspective, is you're either for the Constitution or you're not. And that's my big problem with both Romney and Gingrich, is that they have both been strongly for individual mandates in their past. Now, you know, they've all had their, you know,
Come to Jesus moments.
you know, they're all good Republicans now, and they're against the individual mandate. They're against Obamacare, but you know, going through life like that is not what Americans are looking for. They're looking for somebody that can stay on the straight and narrow as best they can, not curving over here to the left to get to where I need to be at that moment in my life, or swerving back over here to the right. And, you know, it appears now that both of those individuals have done that.
I want to ask you about this bet. Everyone saw the $10,000 bet. Do you think it was insensitive, first of all, and irresponsible of Governor Romney to ask you to shake on a bet, considering the economy and the unemployment rate in the United States?
Well, I'm not a gambling person. That's just, you know, my money's too hard to come by. I grew up in a family that didn't have a lot of money, and the idea of making a $10,000 bet is just not in the realm of, I mean,
even if it's a $5 bet, I mean.
Well, I mean, the issue is he wanted to intimidate me by using $10,000, and you know, he didn't intimidate me. I think he showed a glimpse into what he thinks $10,000. I mean, it might be like me and you saying, I'll bet you a steak dinner that my football team beats your football team. You know, I understand doing, you know, friendly wagers like that. But the idea of throwing down 10 grand and saying, I'm right.
Kind of like you mentioned, as opposed to him say, hey, I'll bet you a steak dinner. You could have said that.
Yeah. You know, if he'd have bet a steak dinner, I would have probably, then I would have seen that as a friendly wager.
Right.
Like, you know, we'll have a friendly wager with some SEC school next year that my team will beat your team. You know,
right.
Those are friendly wagers that I think people understand. But the idea of betting 10 grand